New tonight at 10, people sounding off at Sun Prairie concerned about a dangerous intersection. What changes they say they'd like to see.
And we're just hours away from casting ballots in the August primary, but how will the news of the Romney-Ryan ticket impact the Senate candidates?
And Paul Ryan and President Obama battling for votes in the swing state of Iowa. Could Ryan be the answer for more votes? Good evening, I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Sarah Carlson. First tonight at 10, Congressman Paul Ryan will hit more swing states this week on his first solo trip as the vice presidential nominee. Political reporter Jessica Arp has our Campaign 2012 coverage tonight with more about the difference Ryan could make and how the president is swinging back.
Well, Iowa today, Colorado and Nevada tomorrow are on the schedule for Ryan, while the president will remain in the Hawkeye State for 2 more days. It's the Midwest start of a campaign that's likely to intensify quickly.
We're used to this in Wisconsin. Oh, yeah.
It's far from the warm welcome Congressman and now VP pick Paul Ryan had in Waukesha as hecklers in the crowd at the Iowa State Fair soapbox yelled about Medicare, some of them even getting removed after storming the stage.
I think it's become so... You know what? It's funny. It's funny because Iowans and Wisconsinites, we like to be respectful of one another and peaceful with one another and listen to each other. These ladies must not be from Iowa or Wisconsin.
That polarizing effect on voters is something Marquette law professor Charles Franklin says should be expected.
One of the striking things on Saturday was that both Democrats and Republicans seemed delighted by the pick. And on the Democratic side, that's because they believe they have good arguments against him. On the Republican side, it's because they believe they have one of the most articulate spokesmen for their positions.
President Barack Obama, also campaigning in Iowa, visited farms where he said Ryan and House Republicans are standing in the way of drought aid for farmers.
If you happen to see Congressman Ryan, tell him how important this farm bill is to Iowa and our rural communities.
The rhetoric of a campaign whose attacks are intensifying.
I've gotten to know Congressman Ryan. He's a good man. He's a family man. He's a very articulate spokesperson for Governor Romney's vision. The problem is, it's the wrong vision for America.
And aren't likely to slow down anytime soon.
President Obama has given us 4 years of trillion-dollar-plus deficits. He is making matters worse, and he is spending our children into a diminished future.
As far as the impact Ryan could have in those swing states he's visiting, Franklin says his name recognition is below 50% nationwide at this point, but that is growing, and it will depend heavily on how he's able to define himself or the Democrats define him in the coming days and coming weeks of the campaign.
All right, thanks, Jess.